I definitely need a serious understudy for Regardez Moi. I've had a couple of young horses that were going to be serious, I thought were very good, but one of the things about being having a higher profile than you have when you're just starting is that people do approach you when they want a special horse, and if you have something that's really special and you know that there's enough money being offered these days, I'll consider it. So I'm in the throes right now of putting my foot down and holding a couple of the young horses that I have coming along, and them not being for sale even for stupid money. You kind of have to do that, you know, and as a kid, you do, your horse is everything, and you just don't entertain the thought. You're stupid, you're irrational, but you don't sell. That's really important for being an Olympic rider. You just got to be irrational. And one of the sad things about growing up is you do become a little more rational, and you sell horses that would make another great story, a great dream. I am about to become even more irrational than I've been recently and hold a couple. You know, I remember that I had an auction at Lochinvar, and I had Regardez Moi was just a young stallion at the time, and I decided that on this occasion we'd lead him up in hand a la the Germans, and we'd show him off like that, and that was going to be a little bit different for everyone, and we thought it'd be great. And I had a guy called Daniel Pearce, and Daniel was working for me. I said, Daniel, you're going to lead this horse, and I'm going to chase him with the whip, and we'll do a great display. Well, and Daniel was about 6'6", I guess. He was so tall, and he was as thin as, he was lanky, and when it came to running, like Daniel's knees knocked, and he was just like a turkey running. Like, he was a hopeless runner, and it was right in front of the whole crowd. You know, the place was packed, and we tried to run Regardez Moi down there, and Daniel couldn't keep up to save his life, and I'm getting hotter and hotter there. Smoke's coming out of my ears. Run, Daniel, run! We're supposed to be showing the stallion off. You look like a lame turkey, you know. And I was getting indiscreet, that's sort of what I was saying to Daniel, and the crowd was full because you could hear a pin drop, because it was starting to get, you know, on the beginnings of being a little bit uncomfortable. And of course Daniel was trying as hard as he could, so I sort of, you know, rationalised for a moment, thought this performance is not going to bring the roof down as far as the crowd are concerned. And I said, here Daniel, pull up, here, give me that horse, give me the horse. And I took it, and I said, here's the whip. Now you chase the horse. And I can remember to this day, you know, the glint in Daniel's eyes. And I should have registered, you know. But, you know, of course I'd embarrassed that. I'd been downright not nice in front of a whole crowd there. And I started running with Regardez Moi. I said, come on, chase him, Daniel. And I could see Daniel sort of grow in confidence. All of a sudden, Daniel could run when he started running after me with this great big sort of lunge whip. Well, Regardez Moi took off and started to trot. And I go, that's called trotting. And I was flat sprint going across the diagonal. Regardez Moi's got his legs up round his ears, trotting. I'm going, here's that! Anyway, halfway across, and like the place was packed. There'd have been 400 people there. It was standing room only. I sort of stumbled a little bit. Now, you know, when you're a kid and you stumble lots, and you just regain your balance and you go flat out. And I played football and all that. Never occurred to me that I'd go down. Well, I stumbled, and I stumbled again, and I'm flat sprint, and then I just nosedived into the ground in front of this whole crowd, and Regardez Moi got a fright, and then off he goes. Well, I couldn't let the stallion go. It's a stallion. So he dragged me through the surface. It was like the bow wave of a speedboat. I had surface spraying up from my head, and I wouldn't let go, and he was just cleared out, because the more I hung on, the more he got frightened. Anyway, at the end of the diagonal, it was just going to get dangerous, I thought, and I let him go, let the stallion go. And I got up, and I was covered in dirt, and the stallions, off we went down around the end of the arena. Well, the crowd was laughing, and they're falling out of their chairs down the grandstand. They would not. I told them that I had a great memory and that I'd remember every single person that laughed. And Daniel just had this great big smile. Oh, look, everyone thought it was very funny, and I remember that. I guess it was karma, but that was kind of an awkward situation. Yeah. Anyway, very memorable. I love all food, and it's a big problem at the moment. I'm about 10 kilos over, and once upon a time, you know, I would work very hard on keeping my weight down, and I was successful at it. And at the moment, I'm well overweight. It's only a matter of time before, you know, I start to fade out of being able to contest at the top, and I think losing control of my weight is going to be certainly a contributing factor to that. So, you know, I mean, I'm right in the middle of taking a deep breath after Christmas, and certainly 2012 will be a year of me trying to trim back down. My weight got away on me when I got sick, and it's time. I either knock it back into shape, or I think I'm just going to go over the hill, which of course is going to happen. That just happens to everybody. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. But you know, there's definitely a possibility of denying the inevitable for a little bit longer. And I think, you know, not eating too much is one of my big goals for this year. But I love all food, even meat pies. I love meat pies. I love everything.